sWorld, and to kick off on Wellness Wednesday. You may wonder why I am still wearing the same kaftan I wore in the last
I'm
video,
still wearing the same dress.
and she's still wearing the same dress. That's because we spent the day together in Lagos, and we decided to run through a few topics together because, Owen, sorry, I've just realized, Owen is my childhood friend, we've known each other since we were teenagers, and I'm in Lagos, which is where she lives. I came here for the festive season. Just suddenly realized that not everybody would have seen the first two videos. And so because she looks great for her age, I mean, she's 61, look at her. I'm only like 3 or 4 years older than her. And I could pass for her mother. I could. And so I just thought she's a great role model to interview for my channel. Because she'll have, words of wisdom and advice to offer Don sWorld's viewers, and advice to offer me as well. So, in the first video, we talked about bereavement because she was widowed at a young age, in her 50s, in 2017. And in the second video, we talked about her health and beauty program and her book, which is called Moderation is Key, which is available on Amazon. But you can go back and look at the other videos if you missed them. And today, we're going to talk about her health scare. Because Owen, despite being so healthy and robust, has actually been a cancer sufferer and is a cancer survivor. And dare I say, she had quite late stage cancer.
Stage 3.
And it could very well be that because she was so healthy, her lifestyle was so healthy, it gave her immune system maybe the strength to fight it off. So you speak for yourself.
Okay, so I was diagnosed with stage 3 cervical cancer in 2018. And because I've been very healthy for a long time, I knew there was something wrong with my body. But I lost my husband in 2017, so I was like, didn't want to sort of deal with it. And I remember, because I was perimenopausal as well, people sort of giving me different, suggestions as to what was going on, in my body. And I listened, but at the back of my mind, I knew there was something not quite right. And I didn't go to the doctors until I started to see blood clots. And that was when I thought, I better go and see a doctor. And I went, and it's very quickly diagnosed that I had, stage 3 cervical cancer. The treatments involved 25 sessions of radiotherapy, 5 sessions of chemo, and then I had internal radiotherapy, which is also called brachytherapy.
And this was all in the UK?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And during my sessions, during the radiotherapy and chemotherapy, I was able to exercise, continued exercising. My chemotherapy used to be was on a Tuesday, so I would exercise Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and all the hospital attendants were just amazed, at how well I looked, and even I myself. I remember once I was waiting, for radiotherapy, and I just had chemo, so I had a cannula attached to me, and the gentleman came up to me and says, "Can I ask you something?" I said, "Sure." I knew instinctively what he was going to ask. He said, "What are you doing here?" And I said to him, "They say I have cancer. They're treating me." He just looked at me like I was somebody from outer space. And looking compared to other patients that were with me, I looked very healthy, and I would sometimes say, how is it possible that
this thing is raging inside me?
Yeah. And I've looked after myself, for so long. So, rewind, to when my husband, the year my husband passed was a really, really dark year. And the kind of cancer I had is caused by a virus, human papillomavirus. And it exists in about 90% of people who've had sexual intercourse, but often lies dormant. But if you have had, a lot of stress, and so your immune system is compromised, like mine was after my husband passed. It can rear up into, raise his head, as cancer. That's what happened. I know the first thing that happened to me after my husband passed was I had shingles. That's another thing that's related to stress.
Yes.
Yeah, so I had shingles first and then, the cancer.
I hear shingles is really, really painful.
I didn't have any pain. I didn't have any pain until I had a horrible, angry-looking rash on this part of my lower back. And I actually noticed it a couple of days before I laid John to rest. Yeah, so cancer treatment, for me was a breeze, and I thank God for that. And I'm saying all of this to say that cancer does not have to be a death sentence.
Especially, having stage 3 cancer. I have another friend who had stage 3 cancer. She was gone in a matter of weeks. Mind you, it wasn't of the cervix, it was of the liver, the bowel. Anyway, it spread. So I guess it's the luck of the draw, but I think that being as careful about your health as you have been since your late 20s probably helps.
Perhaps. But I also had a lot of faith in God. It was like, I knew it wasn't God's will for me to have cancer. And I fought it hard with prayer. And I trusted that, God would, heal me. And he did. And, I was told that if I had waited another 6 months to present myself at the hospital, I probably would have been only a candidate for palliative care. So here I am,
but this is perhaps
6+ years later.
6 years.
6+ years. Yeah.
And you have to have regular checkups.
Not anymore.
Right.
I was discharged.
Okay. And what are the symptoms? If someone who's just getting about their daily life, what did you feel? Because with breast cancer, we all know that you're supposed to check and you feel a lump.
With me, I had a constant discharge. And if you read the books, some books will tell you that the discharge has a foul smell. Mine didn't have a foul smell. It had like a sweet smell. If I smell it today, I'll recognize it. It was kind of sweet. And I had to wear a panty liner constantly. And then after about a year or so, it became blood clots. And that was when I ran to the doctor.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so ladies.
Another thing with cervical cancer, the preventative measure is a pap smear. I did not like doing the pap smear. I found that a very, very, invasive, procedure. But please, if you were like me and you don't like getting that procedure done, go and look for a medical practitioner who does it in a comfortable manner, but don't not get it done like I did.
Isn't that the one where they put a speculum in and then scrape this off?
Yeah.
Well, in the UK, I believe it's almost compulsory. Because I've had quite a few over the years.
Yes, it's compulsory in the sense that they remind you don't have to go for it.
Yeah, sure.
And I didn't go for mine.
Sure. Yeah. Okay. So
it's almost cost me my life. So please.
Watch out for discharge.
Yeah.
Because it's not like breast cancer where at least you can feel the lump. And just stay positive. Take care of your health so that if anything bad rears up in your body, you stand the best possible chance of fighting it off. Not to say that people who don't succeed in fighting it off have done anything wrong.
No.
It's just the luck of the draw. But you can probably maybe help the situation a little bit. Right?
I think that when you're in very good health, I think you know when something is up.
Mm-hmm. Right. I feel awful all the time now. So if something was wrong, I wouldn't really know because I feel awful anyway. But don't worry, I'm getting better.
Yeah.
This is my year of healing.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much, Owen. It's been a pleasure and an educational experience. So.